This idea of a real Catholic woman kind of haunted me because not only was I not that, but I also didn't want to be. 6 kids sounded like a lot. I don't wear many skirts, and the last time I was described as quiet was never. I've literally never in my life been described as that. So what's a girl to do? I sat through woman's talk after woman's talk that reminded me over and over again that the big problem facing me as a young Catholic woman were what I wore and how to treat men. These were the 2 doozies I was supposedly struggling with, according to speakers. But I really don't care how many inches long your skirt is. And I think how you treat a man can't be summed up in an 8-slide PowerPoint presentation. Was there not a place for me in the church? Was I not one of us? I found myself feeling a touch isolated. More than once, I've sat through presentations where I spent the whole time thinking, seriously? The guys get to talk about being righteous warriors of justice? Well, I have to have an hour-long conversation about whether leggings are pants. Are the guys getting lectured on how to not look at butts? Or, as a bold woman who isn't afraid to raise her hand, I felt ignored by the church in favor of girls who were quieter, more seen than heard. I wanted to dig my teeth in and talk about equal pay or refugees or systemic racism. Women could talk about abortion, sure, but not rape culture, subsidized childcare, or maternity leave laws. To me, those were real Catholic women issues. But everyone around me seemed to only want to talk about which brand of granola bar we should buy for the upcoming retreat snack. These experiences left me yearning to learn what a real Catholic woman was, and if I could ever hope to be one. So what is a real Catholic woman? I could turn to other women, the media, or my priest of choice to investigate, but I went almost all the way up to the top. The saints, one of my favorites, in fact. According to Pope John Paul II, the Church sees in the face of women the reflection of a beauty which mirrors the loftiest sentiments of which the human heart is capable, the self-offering totality of love, the strength that is capable of bearing the greatest sorrows, limitless fidelity and tireless devotion to work, the ability to combine penetrating intuition with words of support and encouragement. Let's unpack that. Pope John Paul II essentially offers 4 hallmarks of womanhood. 1. Self-offering. Women are meant to offer ourselves as gifts to the world. This could look like 1,000 different things. God has different directions for each of us. We can't all follow the same roadmap. To cloistered nuns, a self-offering means giving up things such as NPR, football games, and outlet malls to spend their lives praying for others. To activists, a self-offering means spending long hours campaigning for justice. To stay-at-home moms, a self-offering means bypassing a career that could bless them in many ways in order to raise little saints. Many of us are somewhere in between. 2. Strength in sorrow. When tragedies occur, women often bring strength and steadiness to the situation. It's easy for us to paint women as emotional. I mean, who didn't cry during that rainy scene in The Notebook? Curse you, Ryan Gosling. But through the fresh soil of emotions, strength is planted like a seed and grows and grows. We're powered by our empathy and deep connection to others. If we were unaffected by events, we'd feel no desire to change them. Instead, we hear statistics about campus rape and feel compelled to try to make a difference. We see mass shootings on the news and feel a tug toward prayer and letter writing. We have a friend who has a miscarriage and we organize meal trains and spiritual bouquets. 3. Tireless devotion to work. The book of Proverbs tells us that a good woman sets about her work vigorously. Her arms are strong for her tasks. Catholic women aren't afraid of work. We dig in our hands and get them dirty. Catholic women don't believe in sitting idle, waiting for the world to fix itself. We know that by raising children, starting businesses, voting, participating in the sacraments, and washing the dishes, we're serving the Lord. 4. Penetrating intuition. Ask a woman about her intuition, and she'll most likely tell you a story about a time she knew not to go on a date with a guy who ended up being a jerk, or a time she felt compelled to show up to Mass 10 minutes early and encountered a friend sobbing and in need of consolation. According to a 2013 study, the neural connections in women's brains are more efficient than men's. That means women are often good at interpreting social cues. Our penetrating intuition is a gift from the Lord. It allows us to see past what's on the surface and deep into the hearts of others. To quote the philosopher Edith Stein, women comprehend not merely with the intellect, but also with the heart. Once I learned these markers of Catholic womanhood, my view of a real Catholic woman was greatly expanded beyond homeschooling and skirt length. It suddenly included moxie.